John Barry, who's been calling some excellent action on ESPN Radio. He's calling Warriors Trailblazers series on ESPN Radio alongside Adam Amin, and he's here on the Rich Eisen Show. How are you, John?
What do you say, Rich?
I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in there. Where do you want to start? I'll give you a dealer's choice. The Warriors up 3-0. What happened last night in Toronto, or what went down with Magic Johnson today, John? Which one leaps out at you out of all three?
Well, I was thinking Brooks Koepka's Heisman on his girlfriend, but if you want to do basketball, that's okay.
Well, John, I mean that one's normally tough to come back from. I'll tell you that. But it looks like it was a good day for Brooks all around.
Why would she want to, Rich? Why would she want to kiss him? His breath has got to be brutal after what he went through. 18 holes of that. I mean,
well,
a hug and get out of the way.
Maybe she just wanted to just give him something for good luck, John. Maybe she's just in love. It could be just as simple as that. I don't want to blame her here.
The kiss was before the round?
No, she tried. Yeah, before the round. There, he's arriving, and then after the win, though, it was all peaches and cream. It was fantastic.
I thought it was after. I thought you were talking after the round.
No, sir. No.
Well, let's get to the hoops then.
All right.
That was a heck of a game last night, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the Bucks and the Raptors.
Yes.
What do you take out of that? The fact that the Raptors have the gumption to stick their foot in the ground and come up with a must-win, or Kawhi looks banged up, and that might be a problem moving forward for everybody? What do you have for me, John?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, Kawhi looked like he was laboring big time. I mean, can he bounce back, less than 48 hours later to get another must-win? When you go down 2-0, you have to win the next two when you go home. If you go down 3-1, certainly your back's against the wall. So physically, can he be okay? But, man, has he been awesome in the playoffs, and a lot of credit to Toronto. Did some different things guarding Giannis. Certainly a couple of double teams, a lot more of Kawhi Leonard guarding him. But can you ask Kawhi to go get 30-plus and guard Giannis again tomorrow? That's an awfully tall task.
Well, it's not just that, too. If they somehow get past the Bucks, how the heck are they going to get past the team that you're seeing right there in front of you? Where does this rank in the impressiveness meter, what you're seeing out of the Warriors minus Durant, John?
Yeah, well, it's Steph Curry's obviously stepped up. He's got 35 plus in the last three games. Was obviously at that 33 against Houston to close them out in Game 6. These guys are still pretty good. They won a championship before Kevin Durant got here. This bench has been much maligned, basically because they don't get a whole lot of opportunity. Now they're getting the opportunity, and each guy is making an impact. Draymond Green's playing the best basketball, I think, of his life. He was incredible in Game 3. And look, this is a championship team, and they know what it takes. And they've outscored the Blazers by 13 in Game 1, 11 in Game 2, or 18 in Game 2, and 21 in Game 3 in the second half of games. It's incredible what they've been able to do. You just you marvel at what we're seeing here in this 5-year run of one of the great teams of all time.
John Barry here on the Rich Eisen Show. I mean, which one is impressing you the most? Which player? I can't get enough of what Draymond Green is doing, John. But I mean, you're the one eyeballing it up close. I mean, which one, or is it Kerr? I mean, which one is the most impressive out of this last run since Durant's calf gave way in Game 5 against the Rockets?
Yeah, it's tough because so many guys have been great. But to me, Steph Curry is the Warriors. He's the system. And when Kevin Durant's there, it's still about Steph Curry. This guy is a dynamic player that, I mean, we've never seen a guy play the way he plays. And his ability to shoot the ball from 30-plus feet, he creates everything that the Warriors do. The pace, the space. He makes life easier for every other player on the team. When he's making shots from where he's making, that makes it easier for Draymond Green. That makes it easier for Klay Thompson and these other guys. So to me, it's about Steph. And, steps up with the 33 points in the second half of Game 6 against Houston, and he's just crushing Portland here with 35+. He's been remarkable.
So which team, I'm assuming I know the answer, but I'll ask anyway, which team would give the Warriors the toughest run to prevent them from going back to back to back?
I don't know. I think Milwaukee probably. Just a little more scoring, 3-point shooting. With Andre Iguodala being banged up, we don't know his status tonight. We don't know if he's going to go. If he were to be down, if Kevin Durant stays out, which no one really knows, they don't have a whole lot of options that are going to be able to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. So, Milwaukee's dangerous. I think they're going to bounce back and they're going to win this series against Toronto. And it'd be a hell of a final. It's going to be interesting to see the Milwaukee Bucks playing in the NBA Finals.
Yeah, I know. I mean, is there any sign of Boogie at all, or that ship sailed? Do you think, Boogie Cousins?
Yeah, they say he's further along than Durant. So he's been doing some more on the court stuff. Durant hasn't even been on the court. I don't know, but I don't even know how big a factor that is for this Warrior team. I know he wouldn't have played very much against Houston with the way they play so small. Milwaukee does have Brook Lopez, but he's primarily a perimeter player, shoots a lot of 3-point shots. So I don't know how much DeMarcus Cousins would factor into this team, whether he be healthy or not.
John Barry here from the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, amidst the conference finals. And then today on First Take on ESPN, Magic Johnson took to the microphone and really laid waste, quite frankly, to Rob Pelinka, the rest of the front office that Jeannie Buss put together, along with that he departed from just a couple of weeks ago. I'm wondering what you think of some of the quotes that came out of it, John.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, he certainly didn't hold back, and we all know it's been a dysfunctional couple of months for L.A., and I was surprised that Magic was so candid and clearly felt like stuff was going on behind his back. He didn't have the type of power that he thought that he was going to garner. And they got some serious issues going on there.
No, yeah, I know. I mean, how do they put it? How do they put it back together before July 1st, though? I mean, how do they put it?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, what other star player wants to come play with LeBron? I just, maybe they're not going to talk about it, but I just don't see who that's going to be. And the problem now, you have LeBron with 3 more years, and if you bring in the type of players that you have to bring in with LeBron to try to win in those 3 years, what happens when LeBron's gone? You're left with a group of players that's not going to be good enough. So I don't know. I mean, I know Jeff Van Gundy said a while back, trading LeBron James, that might be the best thing for the LA Lakers to do.
Well, if I'm LeBron again, speaking for number 23, as I'm sure he really would not appreciate, but
if you were LeBron, we'd have a problem in the NBA.
I definitely know that. I'll tell you that. I'm a one-tool player. I'm a half-tool player, if that, and that might be talking up my game. I want out. I look around the landscape and I try and figure out who can afford me and where I can go with these final three seasons. I walk into Jeannie Buss's office and say, what is happening here? And if not, then let's try and accommodate everybody. You love the young players here, clearly. We tried our best. There's no way that David Griffin's going to – I don't care about the 4th overall selection. It doesn't seem to me that David Griffin's going to grant Rob Pelinka the wish that Dell Demps, according to Magic, just totally screwed him over by talking publicly about everything and sabotaged the rest of that locker room. I mean, wouldn't you want to get out if you're LeBron, just based, again, on just what we're seeing from the outside out?
Well, yeah, but I think a lot of this was L.A. is what he wanted. He's in Hollywood, and that's something he's taught post-career. It's something that's important to him. I don't think this was anywhere close to 100% decision basketball-wise to go to L.A. It made no sense when you look at the roster. You see what they brought in over last summer. He had to know what was going on. I think he was hoping that they could get things fixed a lot quicker, and it would be this summer, maybe, sacrificing last year. But it's still a long ways away.
And what did you – sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just think it's L.A. he wanted, Rich, and I think that's more than the basketball. And look, he's entitled to that. The guy went to the finals, 8 straight years?
Yeah.
He won a title for Cleveland, and the guy's one of the greats of all time. So if that's the decision he wants to make, then he's entitled to that.
What did you think, last one for you, John, then, about the draft lottery coming out of it? Do you like the fact that it was so mixed up, that the odds to win first overall or get in the top 4 seemed much more even or flatter? Do you like that sort of thing, or the fact that this now adds more difficulty for the worst teams to get better?
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think that'll help with the tanking. I think that's what the top 3 teams, none of them got in the bottom, or I guess New York was the only one that got third. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. I just hope, Zion doesn't have a power play and say, I'm not going to play in New Orleans, and we have some sort of mess. And I hope he goes there, and maybe Anthony Davis decides to stay since Zion could come on board. Who knows?
All right, John, thanks for the time, man. Enjoy tonight's game, and we'll chat with you during the finals.
Okay, bud. Don't run any more 40s anytime soon.
John,
right?
I have no next time you see me running will be in February of next year.
Excellent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Thanks, buddy. You take care of yourself. That's John Barry here.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.